Then number 11, they'll have Levi Randall. Number 10, Chasen Truman. And number 22, and that is Jagger Drake, the Enterprise Wolves. Starting lineups for the Layton Christian Academy.
Starting lineups for the Layton Christian Academy. Number 10 will be Rodrigo Rubio Silva. Say that 5 times real fast.
I probably will during the game.
Rodrigo Rubio Silva. And number 20, Sano Gasana. Number 40, Lino Ramirez. Number 14, Micah Petty. Now there's one that's finally easy to say. And then they'll have number 42, Elliot Ingram.
You got one there that does not show up on my roster.
That's number 34, Braxton Mia.
And you mentioned one there that I did not have, number 20. Does not show up on my
20,
roster.
Sano Gasana.
He did not show up, so 20. And he's one of those players that is really one of their better players.
Yeah, he's been, I believe he's been at Layton Christian for about 3 years now. And he is one of their, he's really fast, got quick hands, and he's got hops. He can,
extremely athletic.
Of course, on Layton Christian's team, you count how many people cannot slam the ball, not how many people actually can slam the ball.
Well, we're getting ready to start then. They will be jumping center here. And again, the center for Layton Christian has got to stand 6'9", probably bigger. And he'll go up against about 6'3".
With the hair, I've got him at 7'2".
Yeah, really big, tall. The jump should go. And Enterprise is defending the jump. They're not looking for an offense at all.
So Jalen Gardner's 6'3", and you can see the size mismatch there.
Easily goes over to Layton Christian. Petty with the ball. And they'll start out way outside. Enterprise starts in a man-to-man defense. And they'll just move back and forth around the corners, will Layton Christian. Now they'll go for a screen into the corner down low, dribble penetration, kick it back outside. Now to Gasana. He almost loses the ball, able to get it back as Gasana will take it and start over with the offense with those high picks off the high 1-4 into the corner. Now, little 15-foot shot up and no good. That shot taken by Micah Petty. Enterprise quickly on the attack. Fast break basketball. And shot no good, will be rebounded there by number 40, Saez. And quickly ahead, the only man in the gym big enough to catch that pass. Brings it back to Micah.
Mia. Braxton Mia. The big one.
The pass across court to number 10, Rubio Silva, will step out of bounds.
Rubio Silva with the turnover for Layton Christian. And
Holt will come in now to number 11, Randall. Full court press put on here by Layton Christian. Ball stolen away by Gasana for Layton Christian, and Layton Christian will keep the basketball. Down inside, easy, wide open down in there, number 40, Saez, and the ball, he's going to get the basket.
Well, he got his own rebound and got it back in. He was blocked the first time.
Again, they go with this full court pressure, and it's tough to find passing angles because they're so wide and long. Enterprise finally does beat the press down in the corner now to Gardner. Gardner tries to get it out of there. He's going to be knocked down, stolen away from him. Gasana way ahead. Slam dunk by the big guy. Number 34, Mia, Braxton Mia on the fast break. That's tough when you got 6'11" leading the break.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, try and defend that when your tallest guy's 6'3", 6'4".
And they go against the press. It's a 1-2-1-1 full court press. Enterprise does beat the press now. Now they'll try to set up the offense. The ball in the hands of Holt. And Holt looking right. They got a cutter coming baseline. Zone defense here by Enterprise. Back in the corner. Ball tried across the baseline. It's going to be knocked out of bounds by Saez.
Yeah, quick hands there. That ball came across pretty hot, but he was quick to knock it out.
Substitution of the game now would be Taylor Hyatt for Enterprise. Enterprise will inbound. They'll go to Holt. Dribble penetration, give off in there. Shot way up. A lot of arch on that shot to get it over the big guy. Saez
Yeah. What else you gonna do?
Yeah, really.
You gotta go 10 feet over.
Gasana's going to dribble length of the court and try to put up a little finger roll. It's partially blocked there, but there's a foul before that. The foul will be called on 15 Hyatt, who just barely comes in the basketball game, does Hyatt. And that'll be his first personal.
Doesn't waste any time getting his name on the sheet, does he?
No. First shot by Gasana is no good. Still yet to score in the basketball game. Again, 4-0 the score. 5:40 left to go in the first quarter here. Quarterfinal action. Again, Enterprise and Layton Christian Academy here. 2A state championship. Second shot by Gasana. That one will be good. Make the score 5-0 now for Layton Christian. Again, they're in that full court press. It's a 2-2-1 or 1-2-1-1. It morphs all over the place. Very good athletically. In trouble now out front. Give it off to Hyatt. Ball going to be stolen away now, but another steal by Gasana. Now stolen back by Enterprise. And number 32 Holt in on that steal. It's a tie-up. It'll be a jump ball. And that should go to Enterprise.
Yeah, it does go to Enterprise, and Layton Christian's coach is telling him, look, don't bring the ball down. You can't get it if you keep it up. Yeah. And he brought it down, and Holt just quickly grabbed onto it.
Ball will be inbounded now to Randall. He'll give off to Holt. Trying to make something happen. Enterprise just having a hard time even finding a shot down in there. Go back outside quickly in the corner to Holt now, up and over the top. And that's a three-pointer, good by Holt. And they'll make him pay the price for not being quite quick on that defense to the outside. 5-3 now as Enterprise is on the board finally. Great shot by Holt.
And Enterprise is going to need a whole lot more of that to stay in this game.
Now a steal by Holt, long full court pass, but not far enough as that ball is stolen away by Rubio Silva, a little bit underthrown. Rubio Silva goes the length of the court. He's going to give it off to number 34. A hard foul. Mia was going for the dunk, and that's going to be a really hard foul, a statement foul by Holt, saying don't do that trash in here.
Well, yeah, he's one of the smaller, shortest guys on the field, but he's not going to give up to the biggest guy on the field. No. He's going to tell him, look, I'm here, and I want you to know it.
That, to me, that really was a message foul. I mean, he hit him hard, knowing he couldn't block the shot, but he wasn't going to give the basket.
Yeah.
First shot by Mia is good. That's his third point of the basketball game, making the score 6-3, and he'll get another one.
This lob checks into the game.
That's another basket, another free throw by Mia, and that's 4 points now for him, makes the score 7-3. And Enterprise back on the attack, trying to break this pressure. Nice pass ahead. Dribble penetration, kick it out in the corner, back around to Holt outside, the three-point attempt by Holt, and that's up and good by Holt. A one-man band here as Holt gets another three-pointer, making 6 points for Holt and 6 points in the game, 7-6 for the Enterprise. Enterprise trailing right now, 7-6.
Well, Enterprise keeping it interesting, and you talk about unselfish play in the previous game. Truman had that shot in the corner, gives it up to Holt, who's a more open man, and Holt able to nail that second three-pointer in the game.
Well, he's got the hot hand right now, good shooter. And right there, ball stripped away from Mia by number 10, Truman. Pass ahead to Truman, three-point shot up, and that's good by Truman.
Enterprise showing you how an upset might happen. That help defense down underneath, key to this game.
Coach Porter for Layton Christian won't let this go on for very long, though, before he gets the young men's attention from Layton Christian. They got a cutter down in the lane now. They give it off inside. Up with the shot, that's no good, knocked away. Shooting the ball was number 40, Saez. Quickly ahead to Truman, number 10, and he lays it in for another basket by Truman. Wow, 11-7 now for Enterprise.
Well, they've got a runner every time to take advantage of that fast break, and Holt didn't even look. He just threw it up there. He knew Truman would be on the run, and he hit him spot on.
Gasana with the ball off the screen on the right-hand side. Will back it back out. Now going to go one-on-one, looks like. Beats Hyatt down the lane, throws it up, no good, gets his own rebound. Ball knocked away from him, but they will call a foul. The one official's calling the foul down, not in the act of shooting.
Lob.
The other official's going to give it to him, though. The foul is on lob. It'll send Gasana to the line for 2 free throws. He's 1 out of 2 thus far in the game. First shot is up and good by Gasana, making the score 11-8 now. Into the game, comes number 55, Smalden, and also number 22, Serda, Benjamin Serda, for Layton Christian Academy.
Serd, I don't have him on my stat sheet.
Second shot by Gasana is good. Making it 9-11 now. Again, that press. Enterprise very patient, working it back and forth, passing the ball, finally finding the open man, cutting the lane. That time Holt tried to go in and make a finger roll layup, but he's not long enough to get the ball out far enough ahead of number 34, Mia, to be able to get that finger roll to go.
You're going to have a tough time all day with that one.
Wow, he's long. He is long.
Yeah, he is.
Ball inside to Hyatt, kicks it out of there. Shot up and over, up and over. They're not afraid of the big kid. They're still challenging him. Lob with a two-point basket.
Yeah, and he put that one up 15 feet.
Wow, all alone underneath. Somebody forgot a defensive assignment. Number 55, Smalden, all alone underneath for a layup.
Yeah, he was wide open down there just singing a song.
Again, Enterprise very patient against this press. Finally break it now. Hold on the run. Kicks it back outside. Three-point attempt up, no good. Rebound inside by number 22, and that's Drake. And they'll give it back to Truman outside.
Yeah, Drake with great position down there to get that rebound.
Holt outside. Now Truman on the wing, back to Holt. Around the top now, the lob. Ooh, almost a travel there.
You know, if anybody could pull up an upset, Enterprise is the team to do it.
Well, Enterprise again playing like Parowan and Duchesne with that great discipline and hard work ethic. Shot is missed. Rebound inside by Lob, back outside to Holt. Back around the corner now to Truman, down inside. Whoa, up with the shot over the top, but just loses it off the fingertips. Number 22, Drake, over the top of the big guy. Pass down low to the big guy, Mia, and he's going to be, stumbles out of bounds. He claims he was pushed, but up to no avail as he's going to get the turnover now.
Yeah, and Mia's going to take a break, get subbed out. Ramirez will come back in, as well as 23, who I don't have.
Holt comes out of the game now for a bit of a rest. And Truman on the attack, loses the ball off his foot and out of bounds. 23 I have is Nicholas Alvarez.
Nicholas Alvarez.
For Layton Christian Academy, as they are substituting at will right now, and they probably do have more depth than anybody else around.
Definitely do.
As they've got a lot of different players out on the floor right now. In fact, the only starter out there right now would be number 40, Saez. They're going to move in the corner now. Down, but now they will go to Saez in the low post. He'll take a reverse move off the glass. Rims around, no good. Good backs out position by Hyatt, and he'll get the rebound, and then Enterprise back on the attack. Ahead 11-13 with 1 minute and 10 seconds left here in this first quarter, and Enterprise ahead at this point in time. Truman with a way outside defense right in his face. A desperation pass to Lob on the wing, and it's going to go out of bounds. Turnover against Enterprise.
Yeah, just that pressure just upset him.
Layton Christian's looked like to me that time down. Layton Christian really cranking up the defensive pressure. The coach from Layton Christian getting into his boys a little bit now. Down once again to Saez, down low. He'll kick it back outside, dribble penetration, kick to the outside wing. Mueller with the basket. Three-point specialist, Mueller nails it outside. That'll give Layton Christian the lead back 14-13 now over the Enterprise Wolves, and quickly they're going to bring Holt back in the game.
Yeah, you can't leave Mueller open. He's deadly from the three-point line.
Mueller knocks it away. Ball being knocked around. Finally, Mueller comes up with it, and he'll give off in the corner now. Dribble penetration, give off to Saez inside. He's going to go up with a little shot, no good. Rebound to number 23, Gardner. In the corner, Truman up with a three-point attempt. That's no good. Ball knocked out of bounds by Lob. Layton Christian will have it with 15.6 seconds left in the first quarter.
Yeah, this game is fast and furious, and Enterprise just 1 point behind, doing a great job defensively.
This has been a
on
great
this
quarter.
Big team.
Great quarter for them. Number 22 being cautioned. He got to the end of the scorer's table and figured that was good enough. They're saying, no, you have to go all the way to the scorer.
You got to go down to the center, check in.
Now dribbling outside, looking for the last shot. Number 23, Alvarez, beats his man, goes down the lane, kicks it back out to Saez. Saez dribbles the lane. Ball knocked away from him. Lob with it. Long shot, then got a chance. but at least they got the ball away, got the shot off. That's the end of one, folks. 14-13. Layton Christian in the lead. Nice quarter by Enterprise. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a second. Welcome back once again to the Sevier Valley Center here in Richfield, Utah. Beautiful place that we get to play these state championships in. And we appreciate the folks here in Richfield and here at the Sevier Valley Center for being so hospitable and doing such a great job. We're back with the second quarter now. Again, Layton Christian on the attack. They are ahead by one. Looks like they've got their starters back on the floor. And Gasana with it over double picks over the top. He'll give off around the horn in the corner now to number 14. A three-point attempt. That's up by Micah Petty, and that's good for a three-pointer now, extending the lead to 4 points for Layton Christian. Lob on, he's going to dribble all the way down underneath, knows he can't go up with the big guy, so he'll give off to Holt. Holt dribbles the lane, kick it outside, dribble penetration right, kick it back outside once again. Gardner with the 15-footer. That's up off the rim, no good. Saez with the rebound, quickly ahead. They're looking for the big fella in the dunk. He gets the ball, can't get the dunk, dribbles, kicks it back outside, and it'll be stolen away outside by Randall. Great defensive stand there on a fast break by Enterprise.
Yeah, they did a good job of covering every position and helping each other out.
Randall will move the ball back around to Lob. Now back to Holt in the corner. Ooh, nearly stolen. Back to Holt. He's got some room, so he'll put up a three off the front iron. No good. Rebound Enterprise. Puts it back up and in. Nice job by Jagger Drake.
Yeah, Jagger Drake with good cleanup there and just gets a nice soft shot into the rim.
On the attack now, Rubio Silva. He'll give off to Petty. Looking for instructions from the bench. Petty will set up the offense. They're looking for the backside lob to Gasana. Gasana steps back out the three-point line, fires it up, it's no good, and it'll come down in the hands of Drake, and he'll give off to Holt. Holt dribbling against Gasana, knocked away from him, gets it back, however, looking for help. He'll go to Drake in the post. Now triple team. Holt will get it, three-point from way outside. That's even longer than he normally shoots.
Yeah.
And the ball is going to come down and go out of bounds on the right-hand side. That's a little bit farther out for Holt. They're just a little off mark, though.
Just a little off mark, but he had the distance just off the right side.
Chase and Truman back in the game now for Lob. Lob's giving him some awful good minutes out there, but they'll bring Truman back in, probably a little bit more of an offensive threat. And back on the attack now, Rubio Silva. He gives it off to Petty. Goes off the pick. Now they're looking inside the big guy, Mia. He's got it, kicks it back outside to Petty. Three-point attempt by Petty, no good. Holt with the rebound. He's coming up 1-on-2, gets between. He's got one man to beat, tries to go up over Gasana, but they're going to say there was a foul by Rubio Silva before that. On the ground.
Very wise move there by Holt. He knows he's got those big guys coming behind. They're just going to swat it away. So he gives him a little pump fake, stops, goes back up, and makes him commit the foul.
Yeah, heady play by Holt. It'll be a foul on number 10, Rubio Silva. That's his first personal foul. Only one foul on Layton Christian thus far in the game. Enterprise inbounds. It got to Holt. Gasana defending against him outside. Goes into the corner now. Then back out to Holt. 5:43 left here in the second quarter. Gasana pokes him in the stomach a couple of times. Finally gets past him. They'll give off back in the corner now to Holt. Penetration. Got the defense off their feet. Go across court. Ball knocked away. Enterprise comes back down with it. And they're going to say he travels and falls out of bounds. So a bad break for Levi Randall as he's called for the travel.
Yeah, and they allowed a lot of contact on that series. And Levi Randall came up the beneficiary of all that. Turns it over.
Gasana with it right-hand side. dribble down the lane. He's going to be stopped there and blocked. Ball will come back to him, however, gives it off to Rubio Silva, and he'll drain a three-pointer, his first basket of the game.
Yeah, Gusana wise to get up, give that ball up.
Ball with the ball now, Randall. He'll give off on the far side to Truman. Truman up with it. That's no good. Rebounded on the near side by Rubio Silva. They got the big guy ahead once again. Tries to go at the bounce pass. Does Gusana. Knocked away. Gets it back. Give off to Rubio Silva. And back inside. Beautiful ball movement. Smalden eventually with the basket underneath.
Rubio Silva just with a heads up, no look pass. Finds him all alone underneath.
Enterprise will call a timeout as the Layton Christian has streaked out ahead of him now, 22-15 with 4:46 left. We'll go and take a break also. Welcome back once again to the Sevier Valley Center. Again, Dennis Aldridge and Statman Day bringing you the action. 4:46 left, and Enterprise has been outscored in this quarter, now 8-2 in the quarter by the Layton Christian Academy Eagles. And starting to pull away a little bit with this thing. A smart, wise timeout by Enterprise coach. They will have it. Holt will bring it up against Gusana.
They played him a great first quarter, and just need to get back to that same play.
Nice pass inside by Holt. However, the shot is missed by Drake. Whoa! Rubio Silva with a little trickery pass. Enterprise not going for it as they knock it down, but they do maintain possession. Gusana with it, beats Holt down the sideline, runs over the top. Truman sitting there waiting. That's a nice job by Truman to hold his ground. Gusana will be called with the foul. I believe that's only his first personal foul.
Yeah, and I don't know what's going on down there, but Gusana wanted that drive. Rubio Silva trying to call for the ball, and he's shaking his head. No, I'm taking this guy, and I'm going to drive. And Truman wisely just slid over and helped defense, held his position, and forced him to run him over.
Yeah. Rubio Silva will take a bit of a break here, and in for him will come Tomasi, Jesus Tomasi. And Enterprise will have to fight against this full court pressure once again. They do inbound to Lob. Holt will take it back. Really, when he gets the ball, he needs to clear it out, really. He'll give off to Lob. Lob on the attack, gives in the corner to Truman. Truman up over the big guy. Off the front iron, no good. And with it, Gusana. He'll give off to Petty. Now back to Gusana. Ball stripped away from him by Truman. Then it's stripped away from Truman, but Enterprise does come down with it. But Drake is going to be called for the travel as he got caught up in traffic, not knowing what to do with it.
Yeah, just unfortunate. Had a little pressure there and moved before he was ready.
Gusana will come out of the game now in favor of Mueller. Mueller, a three-point shooting ace out there. When he comes in the game, look out for him.
Yeah, don't leave him open outside that line. He will knock it down every time.
Oh, a nice return pass off the inbound. The shot is missed by Smalden, but it was a beautiful give and go off the inbound. Holt with it now. He'll give off inside to Drake. Drake goes over the top. No good over Mia. Rebound Enterprise. That shot's blocked. Rebound Randall, Hyatt, and that basket is good. Hyatt with a basket, his first points of the game. 22-17 now. Petty with it. You go in the corner now to Tomasi. Back out to Petty. Way outside Mueller, but he had a hand in his face there. Good defense by Holt, so it comes up short. Enterprise on the attack now. Fast break. Truman with a wild shot. That's no good. Hyatt with a shot over the top. The big guy coming down with it now will be Smalden, and he'll dribble ahead, quickly pull it back, and give off there to Mia. In the corner to Mueller. Mueller beats the defense on the drive, and then as he goes by,
Holt's going to get him.
And he gives a bit of a shove after the play, but nothing called there. But Holt will be called for the personal foul. His second personal foul on Holt's the problem with that one.
Yeah, going to have to be careful not to get in foul trouble. The depth of their bench is not as deep as Layton Christian's.
First shot up by Mueller. Sam Mueller is good. Mueller, I apologize if we're saying it wrong. Mueller maybe is the correct way to say it. First shot is good, second shot, great shooting form, great shooter there. That young man, both shots good. 24-17 now, a 7-point lead. Holt will bring it up. Being double teamed in the corner, he'll go down to Hyatt. Hyatt looking for help, he don't want the ball. Go back to Holt over the top, and now give it up to Lobb. Lobb with the running one-hander. He's going to get the basket, and number 55 on the foul. Smalden, Malcolm Smalden, he's acting the official. What did I do wrong? Well, you knocked the kid down. That's what you did wrong.
Well, he played that perfectly, Lobb did, as he drove in, threw the floater up above the big guy before he even got there, and then he just knocked him down after the shot was already gone.
Lobb's shot from the free throw line is no good. And at the other end now, with a baby slam, coming back the other way, Smalden just barely gets it over the rim for a baby slam there, but 2 points. And Enterprise is going to call a timeout here. 26-19 the score. 2 minutes and 26 seconds left in this second quarter. And as we stated, the length, the depth, the athleticism, Enterprise has given a valiant effort here, but just what this other team's got coming, Layton Christian, is just too much.
Yeah, it is too much. But surprisingly, Enterprise with 13 rebounds, Layton Christian with 11.
They're battling, yeah.
They're battling. They're doing all they can. Layton Christian shooting 42% from the field. Enterprise only 33%.
I think in the case with Layton Christian, you know, they are so big and they're so used to being able to get the rebounds without much effort. They're not doing the little things like the box outs and coming from the backside and those kinds of things. And Enterprise is trying to do those things, which gives them a bit of an edge. But once they get it, they can't put it back up because there's too many trees in the forest.
Right. It becomes a problem that way.
Enterprise will have it after the timeout. They'll come into Holt once again. He's being guarded out there by Tomasi, man-to-man. Now they'll double team him, go behind the back. He's in trouble there. Look out, backside help comes in the form of Meyer. Meyer's going to give off to Smalden. Smalden's going to go up with it. It's going to be no good, but he will be fouled. Smalden to the basket hard there. And you can't do that. You can't turn your back on these guys, and Holt did that.
No, and you could see him coming, sneaking up behind, wanting to take that ball, and his teammates didn't give him any warning either. And we could see it from here, but yeah, you're right. You can't take your eyes off and turn your back on him.
Smalden with the basketball now. The first shot is up and no good. That's the second personal foul against Taylor Hyatt. So a little bit of foul. They got a couple of players with 2 fouls now. That's not terrible. They can't afford that third one.
You know, they got 2 minutes to play it out, not get in foul trouble.
Second shot by Smalden this time is good. And that'll extend the lead now to 27, an 8-point lead, biggest lead of the game for either team. Holt once again being guarded there by Tomasi. Tomasi wants him to go left-handed and steer him into the help. They'll get it down inside to Drake, kick back outside to Holt. He looked at the three, decided not to go with it. He'll give off to Truman. Truman will take the three, and off the rim, hard, no good. And I think this time the foul will go against Truman as he was the aggressor coming in off the wing. Contact with Smalden, and Smalden went down. I believe it'll be a foul on Truman.
Yeah, he came in like a freight train, and Smalden was in the way.
So that's the first foul against Truman there. Back into the game will come Rubio Silva in for Petty.
There you go.
Confused the two. Rodrigo Rubio Silva now in the game. He's a tremendous ball handler and playmaker on the outside. When he gets his hands on it, fun things happen. Mueller comes outside. A little floater from about 15 feet. That's no good. And he'll give off to Truman.
Unusual miss there by
Holt,
Mueller.
excuse me. Whoa, ball stolen away. Frustration foul. The foul's going to be called on Holt, as there was a frustration foul. The ball was stolen away from him, and the Enterprise coach is saying, okay, you called that foul, but what about the time that the other team had just did that to him to get the ball away from him?
Yeah, and he's going to have to take a seat now with the foul trouble. Gasana with a heads-up play there to force that situation.
But it's unfortunate, again, you know, Holt was frustrated because he felt like he'd just been whacked to get the ball away, and then he turned around and hit him back, and I think it was a frustration foul. It was a foul. but it was frustration.
It was, but that's kind of the game that this team plays within the game within the game that this team plays.
First shot by Gasana is good, and also the second shot, so that'll give him now 4 points, all from the, 5 points all from the free throw line, and extends the lead now to a 10-point lead. Now he steals the ball away on the go, and a foul from behind. Once again, another frustration foul. Unfortunate foul there by number 11, Levi Randall. The ball was stolen from him by Gasana. Gasana goes down and goes for the slam dunk. He's going to be hit from behind by Randall.
Yeah, it was, again, like you said, a frustration foul, kind of a hard, heavy foul. You hate to see those kind because you worry about any injury happening, but, you know, nonetheless, he was frustrated about the contact that's allowed to steal that ball away.
Yeah. And the truth, there are frustration fouls, and then there are dangerous frustration fouls, and that was a dangerous one right there.
Yeah, that was. You saw how Gasana went down awkward and hard, and that's never good.
Misses the first free throw. Now both coaches have had a chance to work the official over pretty good. And second shot by Gasana is in. It makes an 11-point lead now for Enterprises. Their offense is stymied completely now in this second quarter. Looking to try and break this press again without Holt in there. It makes it more tough. They are able to get it across. And Randall with the ball, looking for some help out there. He does have Truman on the wing, fifth shot. 1 minute left in this third quarter. Ball's going to be kicked out of bounds by Rubio Silva. It'll remain Enterprise ball.
So Holt's
they're going to run the dice here. Okay.
Well, you got to gamble, you know, because if you get too far down, then hope starts to fade. So
you got Holt in there for Truman now. Holt with the 3 personals. And he'll have to play with his hands in his pockets if at all possible. They got him in there for maybe that last shot. Levi down the side, kick it back outside to Lob. Lob looking for Holt in the corner. He's going to go past it for the layup, and there'll be a foul outside. White, number 20, Gasana, his second personal. He's been in the mix of some of this stuff going on, and you can hear the crowd getting after him when they finally call him for a foul.
Well, they allowed a lot of contact to take place in the beginning of the game. Sometimes that allows the game to get away from you, and so the ref's trying to tighten it up now.
Well, with Layton Christian, they are so quick with their hands. They're so quick, and they're doing things, stripping the ball and stuff away. They're so quick, and I don't know if the refs see half of it, but they are quick and they are athletic.
This is true.
Enterprise now with the ball, trying to find maybe that 3-point shot here. 30 seconds left. Drake on the outside. They'll go to Gardner, back around the horn to Levi, and they'll go to Lob at the top of the key and back to Gardner. They've got Truman out there. They have taken Holt back out of the game now. Lob dribbles, left hand down the lane. Against pressure, he's going to put it up. The shot is no good, but he will get the foul call against number 22.
Benjamin Serta.
Benjamin Serta, his first personal foul, and only the 5th team foul against Layton Christian.
Yeah, that was a good job forcing the issue.
Lob throws it up there. He gets the roll and even shakes his head like he was even surprised. He doesn't have the prettiest release on the ball here.
I think he forgot one of the big guys wasn't trying to block him on that one because he threw that one high and hard.
He does it again. He gets the roll, but this time it doesn't go in. And the ball is going to be lost out of bounds by number 22, Serta. Again, he just loses the ball. A little bit of pressure there by Lob that he didn't expect, and he dribbles the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, and that's what pressure does to you. It makes you think about different things, and like you say, he wasn't expecting that. All of a sudden, there's this guy on him, Lob's all over him, and he just drops it out of bounds.
Enterprise comes in to Gardner, now to Lob, looking out top. Looking back in the corner, now to Truman. Truman dribbles, gives off to Lob. Lob once again dribble penetration. He gives off to Gardner. Gardner comes, shot is no good. And then on the rebound, there's a tie-up between Gardner and also Smalden. And Gardner did have his hands on the ball. Unfortunately, that was around the head of Smalden, and it's a foul call against Gardner.
Unfortunately, wrong position, and so it's an easy call for the refs. But, you know, you have to like that great ball movement that Enterprise had to get the shot off down underneath. Just couldn't finish it. Gardner a little frustrated with that, comes down, and even though he had his arms around the head of Smalden, he was not going to let go of that ball.
Yeah. Most of the time when you go around a person's body to get the ball, they will call the foul. I say most of the time because I've seen that happen sometimes when they call a jump ball is all. First shot by Smalden is good. He is now 2 of 3 from the free throw line. It's an 11-point lead now for Layton Christian with 13.6 seconds left here. Been a great second quarter for the Layton Christian Academy Eagles. Second shot by Smalden, that's up, and that's also good. 3 of 4 now from the free throw line. 13 seconds. Inbound pass is stolen away from Enterprise. They get it back, however. Gardner with it, dribbles behind his back. He's going to give off the lob. Lob with it, dribble the right-hand side. 2 seconds left. He's got to give it off. Great defense, and they're going to call a carry.
And he's frustrated because he was being ridden like a wild horse all the way through that play.
It'll be out of bounds. Inbound for Layton Christian. 1 second left. Rubio Silva will trigger it inbounds. He's going to look to go deep with something. Comes across the top. Shot, catch, and release. And the shot will be no good. Shot was attempted there by number 4, Tomasi, Jesus Tomasi. And frustrations are starting to mount here. And this is, you know,
this is the ugly part.
Good thing we've got a timeout right now because frustrations are starting to mount. It's time for them to go to the locker rooms and settle down because some of the physical contact was getting kind of serious out there. So,
well, you saw in that last shot that Jagger Drake gave him something to think about, and it was hard.
Yeah, and then he walked off, and it was okay.
Yeah, it was. You're right. It's getting a little chippy. But it's time to have a halftime.
That will mount up, so it's a good time for halftime. So we'll take a break here. We'll be back in a little while. Welcome back once again. We're here at the Sevier Valley Center in beautiful Richfield, Utah with the 2A state action. We are at halftime in the game between Enterprise and Layton Christian Academy. Currently, it is a 32-20 lead, the largest lead of the game, held by the Layton Christian Academy here at halftime. And an interesting first half. The first quarter, of course, Enterprise really got after it, had the lead for much of the first quarter, but the overall depth and length of the Layton Christian Academy Eagles took over there in the second quarter as they outscored Enterprise 16-7 there in the second quarter. Here are some quick stats. Statman Dave, take us away.
Well, the heavy, hard defensive pressure of Enterprise has been able to frustrate Layton Christian a little bit. They're down 12 points at the half, but that first quarter they really frustrated them. Layton Christian coming back in the second quarter, storming back, and they're up shooting 38% now. Enterprise only shooting 31%. They've had a lot of good looks, just can't get it to fall.
Well, you got a couple of those shots that were swatted on the outside by those taller, lankier people, and one of your eyes ends up watching that kid come at you to try to shoot over the top. And so early, the success they had early, now I think they're starting to see those guys coming at them a little bit.
Yeah, and it can't help but alter your shot when you see that.
Oh, yeah.
And you know, it's had its effect. Although Enterprise has been able to you know, hold them off the boards pretty well. They lead rebounding stats by 14-13. So that to me is surprising with the size and agility of this Layton Christian team. But like you said, when it's too easy for you, sometimes you don't do the simple things like boxing out, and so they've allowed some sloppy play that's allowed Enterprise in there to take those balls away.
Yeah, they haven't had to do those things. They're not worried about those things. Against a similar team of their own size, they'd be in trouble because they're not doing those kinds of things. But in this league right now, they don't need to worry about it.
Right. They have forced 13 turnovers against Enterprise, but Enterprise forced a few of the turnovers of their own. They've had 7 steals and caused 10 turnovers on Layton Christian.
Good job by them. We'll see what happens here in this second half. Quite quickly, the winner of this basketball game will advance to the semifinals. They will be playing at 7:30 tomorrow night against the winner of the yet-to-be-played game between Beaver and Altamont. That'll be brought to you here by these stations, also by the Mid-Utah Radio, also, as well as Centricom Channel 10. And that'll be coming up shortly after this game. Scheduled start is 2:30. But that will be that game. The loser will drop down to the lower bracket to play the loser of the Beaver-Altamont game. Already thus concluded already in the tournament. Parowan opened the day, beating North Summit. And then Duchesne knocked off Roland Hall St. Mark's, another highly regarded team from up north. Duchesne knocks them off. So it'll be Parowan and Duchesne in the one semifinal. And then, like I said, it'll be either Enterprise or Layton Christian Academy against Beaver or Altamont in the other semifinal.
And I think that Parowan-Duchesne semifinal game would probably be funner to watch than the actual final game the next day if things work out as predicted, because that will be a well-executed, exciting game from both sides.
Yeah, it will be. They play the similar styles, and I'd be very interested to see that basketball game with those two teams, quality teams, hard-working teams, hard-nosed teams, tough teams. So that sets it up for tomorrow. Again, after these 4 boys games this morning, the girls will come in this afternoon, and they'll play their quarterfinal basketball games. Many of those, well, all of them will be brought to you either over Mid-Utah Radio and Channel 10 or just Channel 10, Centricom, providing all the visual and the radio stations helping with the audio on the games that pertain to the schools in this area.
Yeah, and it's a lot of fun and a lot of good games to watch over here.
Really is. At least it's nice for us centrally located because it's not too far away. I'm sure the far north teams aren't so excited about it. So we're ready here for second half action. What do you think we'll see here in the second half?
Well, I think you're going to see Enterprise. They're going to have to pick up the pressure, and I think you're going to see them come together a little more. They're a never give up team. You never see that. You know, that's one of the schools you can count on. They go and get tough. They're going to get tougher, and so hopefully the refs can keep it under control, because if not, it could get, you know, pretty rough out there, I think, if things are allowed. But you know, whenever both teams pick up their defensive pressure, it always has a chance to get rougher. So I imagine we'll see some more fouls called, I would expect. And Enterprise is going to have to get some outside shooting falling to pull those big guys out of the center and open this game up.
Well, early on in the game, that did happen. They got the outside shots to fall, and that was the difference in the game early in that first quarter. But as those shots have stopped falling for Enterprise, they are really struggling, like you said, to get any offense generated at all. And now, with only 6 points, 7 points in that second quarter. Enterprise will have it first on the alternating possession. They'll come outside Truman against that man-to-man defense. Shove off by Truman against Rubio Silva. Pass inside, nice give and go, nice pass inside, backside to Gardner. Gardner up and in with it. Beautiful play there to Gardner.
Great execution, and that's what Enterprise needs. They had a lot of that in the first half, didn't get the finish. That time, Gardner gives them the finish, and they get a quick 2 points in the start of this third quarter.
Pass around the wing now. Dribble penetration, left hand put it up over the back, though. Penalty, foul's going to be called to Saez over the back. And again, they don't worry about that kind of positioning because they just jump and go over the top of you. But that time it gets called.
Well, and he knew he was he knew he was out of position and tried to soft touch it and not get called for it, but they did call him for it.
Holt will have it now, and again, Holt operating with those 3 personal fouls. They'll give off to Truman. Truman loses it out of bounds. Out of bounds, it'll be dropped down. It'll come to Layton Christian will have it now. And Gasana looks to inbound the ball, and he'll come inside to Petty. Petty with the left hand, dribble to the left hand side, come back to Gasana, looking inside now. Ball knocked away. They're going to call a foul here. Looked like a great play by Drake, but they're going to call him, I believe, for the foul.
Well, the referees are calling it a lot tighter now than they were in the first half. And I'm sure they had a discussion trying to keep things under control at halftime.
Drake's first personal foul. Oh, Drake gets a nice block on Saez, however, gets his own rebound, comes backside. That one's partially blocked, missed it. And finally, they're going to get called for a foul. I believe it'll be Drake again. It is Drake, and it'll be a shooting foul. But Jagger Drake there with a nice defensive play, a couple of blocks on the bigger player. Eventually called for the personal foul.
Yeah, got called for that second one and picks up 2 quick fouls. Went clean the first half. Ramirez at the line.
Lino, you got Ramirez, I got Saez.
Saez? Whatever it is, Saez, Ramirez, I don't know.
Well, have to go back to the thing.
I've lost my program. Somebody took it, so I can't verify it for you.
According to the one on the internet, it's Lino Saez. So I apologize to the folks from Layton Christian if we do have that wrong, but that's what was on the internet Deseret news site. He does make the second free throw. Pass down inside to Gardner. Nice entry pass on the baseline from number 11, Randall, to Gardner, but just a little crisp. Dribbles off of his hands out of bounds. It'll be back in possession.
Yeah, unfortunate because he had great position underneath there, just like the previous time.
So back on the attack, Layton Christian. Pass across the middle to Gasana. Didn't think it was for him, lets it go. Luckily, Petty's there to pick it up. Now in the confusion, Enterprise steals the ball away. And they are calling it much, much tighter there. It looked like Levi Randall was falling down, but they're going to call Petty on the foul as he was in the area. It didn't seem to be that much contact, but they are calling it.
And credit the heads-up play of Enterprise as they saw, as Gasana thought it was not for him. Enterprise was quick to surround Petty and double team him, give him no option where to go.
Ball quickly ahead now. Truman, he'll go back up top to Randall. Back in the corner to Gardner now, looking for help. Back up top to Drake. Ball stolen away by Rubio Silva. Beautiful steal behind the back, give it back. Ball knocked away, and Gardner will retrieve it. Tried to be a little too fancy that time.
Yep.
Drake with it, he'll come. The pressure doesn't come to him. He shoots it, no good. Rebound Enterprise, back up and in by Truman. Nice persistence.
Great position there by Truman, and great pump fake. Go back up and get 2 points for Enterprise.
Layton Christian coach seen enough of that. He won't put up with that for very long. He is intense. He'll call a timeout.
He will, and he'll give it the heat to his boys, and they respond to him.
They really do. And you know, I got to say, at the tournament down in St. George the other day, I'll hand it to him. When all the nonsense was going on between them and Gunnison was having some friction, he pulled a couple of his boys to the end of the bench and he let them have it. And they respected it and they accepted it and they played. And what was given it to him for was the nonsense that was going on. He was not satisfied with it, and he gave him what for it and expected better out of him. So I'll give him that. I appreciated seeing that out of him.
And that's what you need from a leader to, keep the boys under control.
We are here through the timeout. It's 33-24. Still an 11-point lead for the Layton Christian Academy Eagle. And 5:52 left in this third quarter. Again, the winner will advance to play in the semifinals tomorrow night at 3:30, I believe. Excuse me, that's the wrong game. No, that's the right game. It's 7:30 though, not 3:30. I need glasses. Rubio Silva will have it, and I imagine he had something to say about a little bit of the too much dipsy doodle and showboating by Rubio Silva last time down. Meyer with it. He'll shoot a three-point attempt up and in, and immediately the timeout pays dividends. Petty with a three-pointer, his second of the game. Barrow and Enterprise in trouble. Lob will dribble the lane. He's going to go try to go up and over the big guy. Mia, they're going to call him for the foul. Mia doesn't agree with it at all.
No.
He's laughing at the official. But the foul will be on Mia. Just his first.
Credit Lob for forcing the issue.
And his free throw is not pretty. It doesn't go in. That is his fourth free throw. He's 1 of 4 thus far. We'll get a second one here. And that one is up, rattles around, no good. It comes down to Mia. Rubio Silva with it on the attack now. Give off to Petty. Petty dribble the left-hand side, reverse, come back outside to Gasana. Gasana way to the wing left. Looking for the double screens off the high post. He'll give off to Rubio Silva. Nice dribble down the lane. Gives off in the corner now, back down inside. Knocked away by Drake from Mia. Back outside now. Gasana with it, looking inside. Back to dribble out a little bit, looking for the screen. Goes off the screen. Stop. They leave him alone. He didn't shoot it. He's going to give it up now. Rubio Silva behind the back. Backs out, gets his own dribble back. He'll give it off there to Smalden. And I'm not sure what they're trying to settle up. They just keep going around the outside, way outside now. Cool. And on the drive, now they're going to call it on the drive. It'll be against, they're going to say 5 Lob. I'm afraid they're going to call that on Holt, but that's number 5 Lob will get the personal foul call. Second personal.
Really been detrimental for Enterprise if it had been on Holt. But Gasana threw that up just at the last second, almost got it to go.
They're going to call him on the floor on the drive, however. They'll give it off to Myers on the inbound pass. Look at that, up and in. Micah Petty. Not Myers, Micah Petty. And that's his third three-pointer of the game. Enterprise with it. They beat the full court pressure now. Be outside Holt with Petty. To Drake. To Gardner at the high post. Outside. Nice pass inside. Ball stripped away, however, by number 22. And that's Benjamin Serta. And we are seeing fouls called that were not even close to being called in that first half.
Yeah, you're right. They were pretty physical. Let them play pretty hard in the first half. They're tightened up the belts really tight in this second half.
It'll be Enterprise basketball. Holt will trigger it in underneath his own basket. And now they're going to call quickly a hold on Serta again. As a Enterprise player tried to come off the pick, and Serta just held him. And they're going to call him for the hold. That's his third, 2 quick ones right there, and he'll come out of the game. And number 23, Nicholas Alvarez will come into the game for him. Again, there's no limit to talent by this group from Layton Christian Academy. And there's another foul called.
Yeah.
This time Drake tries to go with a little layup. He's going to be called for the foul, will be Mia.
Well, Mia just a little late getting over there, and Drake had him beat to the basket, and he got caught for it.
And Mia just cannot believe that the 2 fouls that he's gotten. He just sits and laughs at the official, talking about his length and his size, and how could that be a foul on him? He's, they called it.
Well,
missed shot by Drake.
Whether it was or it wasn't, it's in the books.
Yep. Second shot by Drake is up. This time it's good by Drake. That's his third point of the game. First free throw that he's made. Makes the score 39-25 now, a 14-point lead. Layton Christian looking inside. Now they're going to retaliate. And now it's Drake's turn to say, what'd I do?
Yeah, I didn't see.
Well, his hands were straight in the air. He was bodied up against him, but
we got a replay there. I missed that one.
His third personal foul. Mia with it. He turns on Drake. Up and under, left hand, no good off the rim. Ball's knocked out, and it'll come down. Back on the attack, kick to the corner. Smalden with the ball shot. That's no good. Rebound Enterprise, and they'll bring it back on the attack. Holt finally gets it. Dribble down the lane, kick off the wing to Drake. Drake up with a little one-hand push shot. Bank shot off the board. Nice shot by Drake.
Nice execution there by Enterprise.
This time Mia didn't even challenge that. He could have, but he stayed back and didn't even challenge it. Dribble down the lane, nice dish. Beautiful dish down in there by Gasana. But on the receiving end of that, Smalden not quite ready. And it went right off of him and out of bounds. Gasana with a pretty nice pass from midcourt, mid-post down to the low post.
Yeah, and violent collision there by Gardner, just an incidental collision, but pretty violent down there at the bottom.
Enterprise will have it. They're trailing by 12, 3:26 to go. Truman with it. He'll give it back to Randall there. Randall coming up against pressure. Oh,
Truman
a short pass from about 5 feet to Truman. Truman not ready for it. Was coming kind of to set a screen, I think. Ball went past him and out of bounds, so another turnover against the Enterprise Wolves.
Yeah, and that's Enterprise 17th turnover in the game. It's hard to overcome that many turnovers, especially against a team like this.
Roland Hall tries to isolate, not Roland Hall, Layton Christian tries to isolate some people. Again, they're looking for the backside lob to Mia. The lob isn't there, but he does get the ball and is able to come up and underneath Drake for the lay-in. Mia, and they've really held Mia down. That's really only his 4th point, 6th point of the game. Ball ahead to Lob. Lob's going to challenge Mia coming inside. Ball swatted away. Lob gets his own rebound back outside to Truman. Truman's three-point attempt up and good. Nice job by Lob to keep it alive and get it back out to Truman.
Yeah, great hustle there by Lob. Great heads-up play as he immediately looked for the ball when it was swatted down. Didn't get upset about being swatted. Just kicked it back out to his teammate for a three-point shot.
They keep coming off the double high screen. They're the two big kids outside with the high screen. Then they rotate Mia down inside, trying to get something going there. Up with it. Whoa, nice rebound by Mia. Way above the fray, just gets it and sets it right back in the basket. Good shot by Mia.
Yeah, great effort there.
Enterprise was in position for the rebound, but he's just so tall and long, he just kind of grabbed it over the top and just laid it in.
Nothing you can do to defend that.
Ball on the ground now, picked up by Layton Christian. Petty will bring it up, left hand, give it off to Mueller.
Oh, travel.
No travel call there. And they'll go back in the corner now to Alvarez. Alvarez will bring it back to the point and give it back to Petty. Petty goes back to his left, now backs out. Dribble down the left side, giving the corner to Mueller. Mueller with it, looking back cross court now. And Lob pushing him, no foul call there. Petty up with another three-pointer. So Petty's warmed up. That's his 4th three-pointer, the 3rd one in this quarter by Petty. 46-30 now. 1:14 left to go in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, you can't leave him open. He's dangerous. As dangerous as Mueller is.
Dribble drive penetration. And they're going to call a foul now. It's going to be a 1-and-1 already. The foul's going to be called on number 23, Alvarez, his first personal foul. And into the game will come Saez and the number 4, Tomasi. And what's the other name you have for Saez, if we're saying
Ramirez?
Ramirez?
Yeah.
Okay. The roster thing that I had doesn't even have a Ramirez on it. So we hope we're getting the right thing going here, folks, and we apologize if we are not. Foul was called on Alvarez. Again, like I said, that was his first personal foul. And free throw was not made. And Alvarez trying to dribble now, loses control. Ball on the floor, picked up by Mueller. Mueller with a three-point shot, that's no good. And the ball will become in the hands of Hyatt now in the game, Taylor Hyatt. In the corner to Lob. Lob will dribble back out with the left hand and loses control of the ball. They're going to call a foul on Tomasi.
Now this is another advantage that Layton Christian has. They're so deep on their bench that they can afford to have a lot of fouls and not get anybody in trouble.
Yeah, first foul on Jesus Tomasi. And again, kind of a touchy foul, but it puts Lob back at the free throw line where he's 1 of 5. And now he's 1 of 6 as he misses that one. Mueller with it on the attack. Stutter step, dribble, penetration. Goes up from 5 feet, shoots it up and in. Nice job by Mueller. It's his 7th point of the game.
Yeah, Mueller's a legit player on this team.
Now as Holt tries to cut the defense, a foul is again going to be called on number 4, Tomasi. That's his 2nd personal foul. They are calling a lot more on the outside in the open court.
Yeah, they are. And really, you know, that pressure, that bump pressure really frustrates the other team.
Holt shooting this time from the free throw line, and he makes that. That's his first point since early. He hit those 2 threes in the first quarter and hasn't scored until that shot right there. So he's been taken out of the offense. Second shot, riddled around, no good, so he'll miss that one, and it'll come down to Saez or Ramirez, excuse me. In the corner now to Mueller. Fakes it, comes left, pass inside to Saez. Goes up with it. He's going to be whacked by Gardner. The shot will be no good, but he will go to the free throw line as that's a foul on Gardner.
Yeah, Gardner.
2nd personal.
Got him twice. They credit him for the 2nd one.
Second, Saez will have 2 shots now. First one is up and good. Yeah, nice shot there. That's a big kid. You know, you'd normally on a team, he'd be a standout, but when you got Mia inside of him, even bigger, even lankier, it kind of takes a little luster away from this young man. He's a fine player.
Yeah.
Missed his 2nd personal foul, but they're going to call a rebound foul now.
On Mueller?
No, it's going to be, well, I don't know who it's going to be on. Yeah, Mueller.
Yep.
Rebound foul on Mueller. First personal.
Just a little tug for position, I guess. He gets called for it.
They've gone 10 deep that I can count here. 10 deep. 9 different players have fouls. Smalden has played but hasn't gotten a foul on him, so they've been 10 deep, and there's been no change in their ability to play the game. It's amazing.
Yeah, and how do you keep up with that? And Enterprise have a couple that are getting into foul trouble. And
Yep.
you can't keep up with that kind of depth.
Taylor Hyatt misses the first free throw. He'll get a 2nd. This shot hits the front of the iron. No good. Comes down to Saez. He'll give off quickly to Alvarez. And ahead with no time on the shot with no time. Oh, and a nice rebound putback, but that's not going to count. And that's the end of 3, 49-31. And we'll be back in just a second with the 4th quarter. Welcome back once again. Getting ready for the 4th quarter here. Enterprise trailing by 18 now, 49-31. LCA has been pretty consistent. They score 14 in the first quarter, 16 in the second quarter, 17 in the 3rd quarter. Been pretty consistent with their point output and gradually pulling away from Enterprise, who's given a valiant effort, but just coming up a little bit short. Enterprise, on the other hand, got 13 in that first quarter, then dropped to 7 in the second quarter. That's been what's kind of killed them here. They do come back with 11 in the 3rd quarter, but you know, the 2nd and 3rd quarter, you just can't only score 7 points against this team in a quarter, and credit the defense of Layton Christian a little bit there.
Yeah, it's just a tough matchup, and like you say, it's difficult to come back. It's difficult to stay with them, but even more difficult to come back.
Pass in the corner. Holt tries to go in the corner to Truman. That's not able to get that ball, and quickly ahead, Rubio Silva gives the ball up to Saez for a layup. And Lino Saez now with the first points here in the 4th quarter. And I must say, too, I think the intensity defensively of the Layton Christian has increased since that first quarter. Two
Yeah,
blocks against the Enterprise players. Two players get it, and both of them block. Saez has one block, Mia has the other block. And then on the breakout, Gasana with the ball, he's trying to get to the basket. He'll be fouled there, I believe, by Lob. No, excuse me, that's going to call that against Holt, his fourth personal foul.
His fourth, and he's in trouble. He's been in trouble for this whole half.
Yeah, but there's no time to set him down now. There's no tomorrow as far as that goes. Got to leave him in the ball game pretty
Down
much.
20, you're going to lose anyway if you don't have him. So just, well, get all you got out of him.
Gasana misses the first free throw. He'll get another one. That shot is up and good by Gasana. His first point in the second half. And it'll make it a ball out of bounds. It's a 21-point lead now by Layton Christian. Enterprise will throw the ball out of bounds now. A little frustration, trying too hard, going too fast. And they will set Holt down.
They will take Holt out. Matthew Bowler in.
Matthew Bowler in the ball game for Holt. Probably won't be very long, but he will sit down for a moment. Now Layton Christian with it. Again, Petty with the left hand will go to Rubio Silva. Back to Petty. Petty will go back to Silva. Back to Petty across the top. They're waiting for the big guys underneath to get themselves open. Finally, Petty goes in with the right hand, puts it up. That's no good. Gardner with it. Comes down, stolen away by Saez. Ball knocked away from him by Bowler. Gardner with it. He's going to come up against pressure. Finger roll, but intimidated by the big guys and misses everything. Petty quickly ahead to Silva. Silva looking, finally go inside now to Saez. Saez with the left hand dribbles across. Ball stripped away once again by Gardner, but a whistle blows.
Really short-armed at just anticipating that pressure down on the other end.
Yeah. It'll be against Taylor Hyatt, his third personal foul. And it'll be two shots once again by Saez. First shot is up and good by Saez. The loudspeaker system calling him Saez too, and the coaches haven't complained. So must be pretty close. Now the biggest lead, you got a 22-point lead now by Layton Christian. Second shot is up, and that's also good by Saez. And Enterprise still facing that full court press. 23-point lead now by Layton Christian. They're still pressing with their starters on the floor.
Yeah, they'll press pretty much the whole game.
Dribble off the right-hand side. Bowler with it. He'll throw up a three-pointer. Catches rim, no good there. Gardner with it, partially blocked by Mia. Ball on the ground loose. They're going to say it's off Gasana, out of bounds, and so it'll be back to Enterprise in front of the scorer's table. 6:12 left here in this basketball game. Ball comes in. Shot up by Hyatt, no good. Taken down by Layton Christian quickly on the attack. Petty, he'll kick back out to Saez in the corner to Gasana. Gasana up with a shot. That's no good off the iron. Tipped away. And they're going to say that Rubio got the rebound, but he knocked it loose, then stepped out of bounds, then stepped back in to get it after it fell off of somebody else and had not established his position back inbounds. So it's a violation out of bounds against Layton Christian. Enterprise again facing that pressure, full court. Hyatt with it, he'll give off to Lob. Lob dribbles the lane, goes right up against Saez. Saez blocks it, Gardner gets it, puts it up over the top of, or underneath actually, Mia, and it's good for Gardner. He's been battling inside there. He gives up a lot of room, but he's still battling inside.
Still going at it, doing everything they can. Down 33-54.
Now they got a foul called.
I think it's gonna be on Lob.
Yeah, Lob checks Gasana as he goes to the hoop, so that's Lob's third personal foul. Gasana back at the line for two more. He was 1 of 2 last time. Misses that one. It's only a 1-and-1. They're going to say he was on the ground, not shooting. So 1-and-1, misses that shot. Long shot outside by Bowler off the bench. Bowler nails a three-pointer off the corner on the quick shot.
And Holt set to check in.
And Layton Christian back on the attack. Gasana with it. Truman gives him a little room. Beats Gasana. Truman goes up with a shot and swatted by Gardner. He's kind of being held down a little bit by number 15, Hyatt. And then Gardner swats it out of bounds.
Yeah. That's what you call a double team.
Yeah. And with that block, they're going to go to the benches. Enterprise is going to call a timeout. 5:06 remaining, 36-54.
What's that?
I was leaving you dead air before you say something.
Oh, sorry.
Welcome back once again. 5:06 remaining in the fourth quarter. And Layton Christian with a substantial lead, a commanding lead out 54-36. They have been ahead by as much as 22 points in this basketball game. Enterprise with a little bit of a run here as they brought it back to just an 18-point lead. But with 5 minutes to go, and Layton Christian still with their starters on the bench. It's going to be an uphill battle for Enterprise to get this done if they can. Off the inbound, they're going to try and go high to Mia. Too big for him. Gardner with it, coming up against the pressure. And Mia doesn't even try to block it. Silva tries to get there but can't. And lay in for Gardner.
Yeah, great anticipation there by Gardner. Steals that pass away and beats him on a foot race all the way to the other end.
You had to know that that big kid was behind him, and instead of that, he still put it up and did a good job. Shot by Rubio, no good. He steals the ball away from Truman, however, and lays it back in. Great anticipation by Rubio Silva, stealing that ball away and laying it back in.
Yeah, just picked his pocket.
Now the pass up court is going to go over the head of Bowler and out of bounds. So Layton Christian will still have it. Now there's some kind of problem between Mia and Holt. And players step between and coaches step in between. Not coaches, but officials. Yeah. I did not see what happened between Holt and Mia.
Yeah, I missed that too. I don't know what the exchange was, but Holt's going to take a ride on the bench to think about it. And I think it's a good call by the coach to calm things down. He's got 4 fouls, can't afford to lose him in a situation like this.
And Mia down there kind of laughing and pointing at Holt, who's gone to the bench for whatever happened. And Layton Christian with it. They'll go to Sias, tries to dribble down the lane. He's going to go up with the top, little 10-foot jump shot, and that's good. Nice shot by Sias. Second half has kind of been his, except for the three-point shooting by Mueller. And attempted shot by Drake. Blocked away by Mia. And some posturing.
Not going to allow that in his house.
Yeah, a little posturing afterwards. But there's nothing you can say about it. He was up there, swatted it a long ways.
Yeah.
Drake will get the inbound pass, and he'll give off to Lob. They're looking for set up something in the corner for Truman, but not able to get that to happen. Lob will dribble the lane, kick it to Gardner. Gardner with a 10-foot shot. That's no good. And good position by Drake. Mia go over the top, swatted out of bounds over the top of Drake, but it'll remain Enterprise basketball.
Yeah, didn't have position, so if he'd have tried to come down with it, he'd ended up being over the back when he came down, but instead he just swatted it away.
Lob will trigger it inbounds. And they're going to call Rubio Silva, looks like to me, with a foul on the outside. And that's what it is, Rubio Silva, his second personal foul. And the crowd really upset. They try to get the officials to call Mia. A lot of hand jostling going on down there.
Yeah.
And they really haven't called that all game long, but the fans want it called now. Shot by Bowler. Bowler's giving him a nice lift off the bench. That's his 4th point. He hit a quick 3-pointer. Now he hits that free throw. He'll get one more. And that rattle around, no good. Taken off the rim by Mia, literally off the rim. But it falls out of bounds, and it'll be back to Enterprise basketball. He was high enough that as that ball came off the front of that rim when he tried to grab it, it pinned it against the front of the rim.
And that started the bobble and dropped it when he came down.
Enterprise looking to inbound it. He'll go into the corner, but stolen there nicely by Alvarez. Pass ahead to Sias. Gardner comes to try and stop it, and Gardner slots it out of bounds. He takes the worst part of the deal as he gets knocked down, but he does knock the ball out of bounds and blocks the shot of Saez, the bigger player. Nice hustle by Gardner.
Yeah, good. Gardner's given a good boost this fourth quarter, and good play there again.
Alvarez with it, looking. Going to go back door to Mia. Mia's got it. Being doubled there, going to turn to his right, goes up off the glass. Nice bank shot off the glass. And then a word or two for Drake.
Yeah, had something to say about it, didn't he?
Lob ahead now. Give off to Truman. Truman with the three-point attempt. That's no good. Lob with a nice rebound,
Wow.
putback. Didn't come down with the ball. Caught it in midair and laid it back in. Smart ball play, because if he'd come down with it, there'd been people all over him.
Oh, yeah. That was a wise play, staying with the ball there by Lob.
Pretty putback by Lob. Now, Rubio just goes right around Lob. They're going to call a foul now. You had Mia over the top, takes it away from Drake. And then Drake, I think, retaliates. And he's going to get a two-shot foul.
That'll be his fourth.
Drake's fourth personal foul. And it'll send Mia to the line for two. You know, Mia's good enough. He doesn't need this extra jawing at the other team.
Yeah.
I guess I shouldn't talk here. I shouldn't editorialize, but he's a great player. But he spends time jawing at the other team, and he doesn't need to.
Right, I agree.
He just needs to let his body of work speak for him, because he's a great player. Dominant player. First shot is good, second shot is up, that's no good. And Gardner will get the rebound, come down to Truman. 20-point lead now for Layton Christian with 3 minutes even to go. Oh, a nice swat there by Tomasi. He's going to get the return pass on a breakaway. Loses it out of bounds. Oh, wow. A great defensive play. Got a chance to finish it off and just drops the ball out of bounds.
Yeah,
Jesus Tomasi.
Unfortunate for him.
He has not scored in the game, and that would have been a nice capper to a nice minutes off the bench that he's been able to put in this game. But drops it out of bounds. Mia will go to the bench now as substitutes come in for Layton Christian. Smalden comes back in the ball game. Had a nice first half, hasn't scored here in the second half, hasn't played that much. And Enterprise still against that press. Ball ahead to Lob. Lob dribbling between three players, knocked away once again. Gardner comes up with it. That shot's no good. Lob crashes the board, but I think he's going to get called on the foul. It'll be Lob.
Well,
No,
Lob and Drake
They're going to say
hit into each other, trying to fight for that rebound.
Well, they give the foul to Tomasi. Again, there's no accent mark, so we'll call it Tomasi. And it'll put at the line Truman. I thought it was Lob in there. How'd Truman get in there?
Lob and Drake were in there. I don't know how Truman got in there. Maybe there was something else away from the ball that we didn't see. I don't know.
That's good coaching. Coach sent him to the line when no one was looking. But Truman with the first free throw, Jason Truman. That's his first free throw of the game, and that's good. He'll get a second one. Second shot is up and also good. Great shooter is Truman. So, again, that cuts it to an 18-point lead. 2:40 left in the game. And back on the attack comes Layton Christian. Now running the point is number 23, Nicholas Alvarez. He'll give it off to Tomasi. Off the screen, Tomasi coming right, looks at the three, gives that away, goes back in the corner to Alvarez. Alvarez with a three all the way down, comes back out with the rebound now is Smalden. Smalden goes up with it, blocked away by Holt with 4 personal fouls.
Yeah, good block there by Holt. Throw that out of bounds.
Ball will come in the corner now. Alvarez with it.
Brave move, playing with 4 fouls. He swatted pretty hard at that one.
Alvarez with it, Smalden. Looking, gonna go down into Saez, back outside. Dribble penetration, up, shot is no good. Little contact there, that one wasn't
Might
called.
have got away with the foul there.
And Drake with the rebound, they'll come up the court to Lob. Lob looking for some help, he knocks people around. The ball eventually comes down in the hands of Truman. Truman with it, he will come way outside to Holt. Holt will drive, that's a push. Wow.
Push off on Holt, and
yeah.
Tomasi gets the foul.
Tomasi's going to end up getting called with the foul, but it's unfortunate because he was shoved into Holt. He was actually shoved into the other player. Kind of unfortunate for Tomasi in that situation.
Layton Christian coach giving the ref an earful on that one.
I can imagine so, because I really saw that the other way. I thought if a foul was called, it was going to be offensive.
Yeah, I agree.
That's why I don't officiate, I guess. The free throw first one by number 32, Ryan Holt, is good. And the second shot now up and off the front rim, no good. And quickly on the attack, Alvarez. Dribble to the left-hand side, going to go down inside to Saez. The ball's going to be knocked away from him by Gardner. And again, you give it to Gardner. He has battled. He's given away a lot of inches down in there to Saez and to Mia. And he has battled. Give it to him with a great effort tonight.
Yeah, he's really put everything into it he has and done the best he could and, you know, had a great effect.
Smalden now got it in the low post. He's trying to come around to his right. Can't get it there, so he'll kick it way back outside. Now in the corner to Mueller. Mueller with it, dribble right-hand side across, reverse pivot, goes back up to the shot. That's no good, and down with it will come Truman. And Truman will advance it against Serta. In the corner now. In the corner with a shot, number 4 into the game. Nathan Whitman in the game for Enterprise, and he nails a 3 out of the corner. Act like he was born to it.
Yeah. It came right out of his pocket, didn't it?
Oh, down the lane, behind the back pass to Smalden goes Tomasi. Smalden misses the shot. Enterprise with the rebound in the corner. Lob will put up the 3, and that's good by Lob.
Yeah, 2 quick 3-pointers by Enterprise, giving him a little life.
It's only an 11-point lead now. Lob will come back and foul Mueller, however, on the dribble down the sideline. But it brought it back to an 11-point lead here.
Yeah, making a game of it here late.
45 seconds. That's only 3 or 4 more 3-point plays in a hurry. But they do put Mueller at the line for 2 shots.
He's deadly there. I expect he'll probably make both of these.
Lob's 4th personal foul with 45 seconds left. Mueller's shot is up and good. And he'll get 1 more as that makes it back to a 12-point lead here. Second shot is up, and that one's also good. Great shooting form, Sam Mueller here, or Muller. And Enterprise will inbound it. They'll come into Truman, give it back to Lob. Lob dribbles between the pressure. Left hand up the sideline. Give it off to Truman. Truman with a shot, quick shot, 3-pointer. Lob with the rebound. Bank shot by Lob. That's no good. Down with the rebound is, and no call on the tie-up. Truman ends up with the ball. He'll go up against pressure. Enterprise, the officials are sucking on the whistles now. They're not going to call anything. And that shot by Truman is up and good. So called timeout now. Wow. And I'm not going to pick on the officials, but there were 2 or 3 things there that could have been called. It's kind of like they're just going to let the game play out.
Yeah, there's 30 seconds left. I think they did just want it to play out and just let it tick off and be done.
And Layton Christian coach is working the official pretty good. And I guess I can understand it from the point of you got to call some of these things, but from the point of the officials is, listen, coach, you're so far ahead it don't matter. We're not going to call that stuff right now. And they didn't. So,
right.
24 seconds left. It's an 11-point lead for Layton Christian Academy. And timeout. We're in a timeout here. And I didn't see who called that timeout. Did you see that?
I think Layton Christian did because he wanted to work him.
Because he wanted to chew on him a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. So it looks like to me, unless something really dramatic happens here, the Layton Christian Academy will advance here to play in the semifinals tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. against the winner of a game yet to be played, the last of the boys' games. The afternoon game would be Beaver and Altamont. That'll be coming up shortly at the termination of this basketball game with 24 seconds left. So stay tuned for that for Scott Langford and Statman Dave to bring you the action there in just a moment. Layton Christian will inbound it against a full court press by Enterprise. Serta with it. He'll go cross court to Mueller in the corner. Mueller will dribble back out. Look back outside, come to Alvarez. Alvarez with it, and Drake fouls him. And Enterprise just not quitting.
That will be Drake's last effort.
And that will be 5 on Drake. He will have to go to the bench.
Yep.
But it's amazing. They're down by 11. There's 12 seconds left, and they're not quitting. They're still fouling, going to make them shoot free throws and try and make something good happen here. Drake with a nice basketball game tonight. He's got 5 points in the game, but he's done a lot of good things inside. He's blocked some shots, got a lot of big rebounds, and done a lot of good things inside. Jagger Drake. In for him will be Hyatt. Taylor Hyatt will replace Drake shooting free throws. Alvarez makes the first one. Nicholas Alvarez, and that's his first point of the game, coming with 12 seconds left here in the game. So Alvarez will get a second free throw here, 64-52. Second shot is up, hard off the iron. Truman with the rebound, quickly ahead to Whitman. Whitman with it, he's in trouble now. He'll give it back off to Truman. Ball's gonna be kicked out of bounds by Mueller. So with 4.7 seconds left, and Enterprise trailing by 12, they got 4.7. We'll see what happens.
You gotta hand it to them. They're not giving up, as desperate as it seems. A 12-point down to 4 seconds. They're giving it all they got.
Whitman to inbound. He'll come into Whitman back with it. He'll shoot a little runner from the 15 feet. That's no good. It'll be rebounded by Smaldon, but that's the ball game. 64-52. Layton Christian advances to the semifinals tomorrow night. Layton Christian Academy. We'll be gone for just a moment, then we'll be back with a few statistics, and then we'll turn it over to the crew for the next basketball game.
Yeah.
Welcome back here. We're just a quick post-game show as we were getting ready for the Beaver basketball game again. Won by Layton Christian. We don't really have time for a lot of statistics. Any way you look at it, Layton Christian won the basketball game and will advance, and we'll drop down. The next game on the tag is Altamont versus Beaver, and we'll be right back with Scott Langford with the play-by-play and the pregame show. Appreciate you being with us. We'll be right back.